Bless the Lord, brothers and sisters. So happy to be back yet again. I thank God for you tuning in. This is a very, very, very deep message. Very deep message. Before I end out the year, if you would, of 2021, I definitely want to let you guys know that I will be doing another video after this. And that video will be a prayer video for 2022. We need to definitely pray, because there's a lot going on, as you know, in this world, physically, spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, every way, every corner. There's something that you and I have to contend with. And if we walk in the flesh and operate straight in the flesh full throttle, we're going to lose every time. Okay, this is a spiritual battle, and you need to get you out of the way. You need to get your ego out of the way, and you need to realize that the battle is already won. And if you keep that in the forefront, knowing that the battle is already won, if you turn to the back of the book, you know that if we endure to the end, we will win and be saved. Bless the Lord. So listen, I want to get into this message again, another video. Before the year is out, I want to stay prayed up, keep you guys prayed up. I want you guys to pray for me as well. We're all going through something, brothers and sisters, some way, shape, or form, whether it be physically, psychologically, financially, emotionally, mentally, every corner. We got something going on. So, like I said, I just want to let you guys know that there's one more video after this that will come. Today, though, I want to talk to you about the possibility, or how can I say, what if you get in a situation, brothers and sisters, let me just be real about it. What if you downright get in a situation where you already are in a relationship, whether it be in a marriage, whether you be in a long distance relationship, or whether you just be in a relationship that's really, really serious. You know, you've been with this person for 2-3 years, whatever the case is. You loved them. They love you. But there's something in that relationship that is lacking. There's a void there. There is a crack in the pavement, so to speak. Something that you just hadn't dealt with, or he or she hadn't dealt with. But you just go along to get along. You're in a relationship because some of you just are fearful. You don't want to be alone. Or some people are just so complacent in their relationship where you just say, okay, it's just their personality flaw. I'm just dealing with it just to have somebody on your arm. Or what if it's a situation where you are seriously, okay, in a marital relationship, and this person at work, or maybe they're at the gym, who knows? Somebody at the restaurant that you saw, the waiter, whoever it is, another person, okay, has entered in your life in some way, shape, or form. The person who you're with in a loving, committed relationship may not even know about it. But this situation, brothers and sisters, is eating you alive. The guilt, the notion, the suspense, if you would, is getting to you. And you needed to release this. You needed to confess this. You needed to talk about this. You were literally waiting for this video. Well, this video is for you because I understand completely how that can be. You say to yourself, that can never happen to me. You heard about that happening to this person, or you watch a show and you see a person cheating and you say, yeah, that's those folks. But when it knocks on your door, when it happens to you, what do you do? What do you do, brothers and sisters? Do you say, oops, I did it again? Do you say, oh no, what do I do? Samantha, help me out. Or do you just say, I'm going to stay in this mess and I'm going to get all what the getting is good. Listen, I'm going to go full throttle, and as long as nobody finds out, as long as nobody say nothing, I'm going to get mine. Is that you? Is that you out there, brothers and sisters? Is that you, the person who is listening to this message, who just got exposed in some way, shape, or form? Well, I need to talk about this because I'm telling you, it's hitting home for a lot of people. The devil has his hands in this. I want you to know this, that this outcome is not going to be pretty. Oh, you thought that, yeah, this would be a great outcome and you can have your cake and eat it too, and you can have the best of both worlds. Yeah, you had the fantasy of thinking that, just like in the movies, you can have both and have this flavor of ice cream, and you want to try this flavor of ice cream because you just want to get it all. But I tell you what, at the end of the road, destruction is waiting for you. Did God design us to have this one and that one and this one and that one? Is your flesh, is your heart, mind, body, spirit, soul, and emotions built for such a situation? I tell you, you're not. But I'm big, I'm bad, you know what I'm saying? I can handle it, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing me right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm having a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But what is happening spiritually to you? Have you considered the damage and the toll that is taking on you psychologically to navigate your heart, your emotions, your mind in such a situation, brothers and sisters? I heard about a story recently. I'm going somewhere, just stick a while. You know how I go around the valley to get to the meat, so to speak. Just ride with me. I heard a story about a guy who was initially, an actor wanting to get in the acting business, right? It's a true story. And basically what happens is he's a waiter in California or something like that. And he's thinking, being a waiter is not his ultimate goal. His ultimate goal was to be an actor on a silver screen, right? And somehow, some way, Satan devised women to be in his area. And instead of them just trying to pay for their food, they saw how attractive he was. And of course, Satan set the whole scene up. He didn't see it coming, but it was a setup from the devil. And he said, he's serving him or whatnot. And they say, well, you're just so attractive. And of course, he's a man, men love to hear stuff like that. They like to be, caressed emotionally from time to time. So he said, thank you so much. And then they just poured it on. And you ever thought about being an actor? He said, oh, yeah. Actually, I am an actor. I'm trying to get work, and I'm trying to get work, and he was trying to get work in Hollywood, and he thought it would be a good opportunity to network with these folks somehow, shape, way, or form. But it just so happened that the scene was set. That one particular day, Satan devised a plan against him. He didn't see it coming. He didn't know how deep the rabbit hole went, but it just so happened that he decided, to take the bait and get on that train. So they say, yeah, I think you're attractive. I just want you to know that I think you'll go far, blah, blah, blah. And he's like eating it up. His eyes are just opened. See, when you're interested in something, hear me, the enemy knows what you are in need of or what you're lacking. Okay? So he facilitated the plot. So he said, okay, what type of acting or whatever, what do you got going on? What are you thinking, guys? So they say, oh, no, not the acting that you're used to. We're talking about acting in the adult industry. Basically, they wanted him to be a porn star. Ooh, he didn't see that coming. And he said, what, porn star. So initially, his first initial thought was, you are out of your mind. I would never do that. That was his initial thought. And sometimes, brothers and sisters, that's exactly what happens. Your initial thought when you are walking in righteousness, when you're walking in the Lord, your initial thought was, no, that can never happen to me. That is not me. That is not my scene. No, no, no. It's going to be a hard no at first. At first. How many times you think Eve was coerced by the devil in the beginning? Oh, it wasn't just okay, I'll do it right away. She had to first say, no. God said this. But see, the devil said, nah, he didn't say this. You see what I'm saying? So she had to literally initially say no in her psyche, in her mind. She will not eat of the fruit. God said this. And that's exactly what you're going to do. Some people out there. You're going to say, no, this is wrong. I will not do it. So case in point, let's get to the meat. So initially, he's like, what? Adult industry. He's thinking he's going to be, the next, I don't know, Vin Diesel or the next Rock in the movies, He wasn't thinking adult entertainment. He's a heterosexual man. But you know what, brothers and sisters? He found himself going inside of a rabbit hole of the porn industry for 6 years. And over and over and over again, his body, his mind, his spirit and soul has been chipped away, used, abused, tossed to and from. It wasn't heterosexual sex. It wasn't kinky sex. It came to gay sex then. He was in relationships with not only women, but men. He was all over the world, international man. But it came to the point, you'll look it up, book it up, to God literally saved his soul some way, shape, or form. But what happens, brothers and sisters, when you are entangled in the midst of the devil's playground in a relationship and you can't get out and it's too late? And maybe God said, enough is enough. You playing with fire a bit too long. Brothers and sisters, there's a lot of people out there that are literally right now listening to my messages and are entangled or in a relationship, a committed marriage even, or a serious relationship going toward marriage. You're engaged with somebody, but you're engaged with something else, someone else. Brothers and sisters, there's no good thing that's going to come out of this. I'm telling you what I know. I am telling you what I know. But I also know, brothers and sisters, that lust is a very strong emotion. And you say, Samantha, no, I really, really, really love this person. I love this person, but I love this person too. And I tell you why it's a lust as opposed to a love. You may love some of their characteristics, right? You're with the main person, right? And you may love some of the characteristics of that other person, right? That void that you're literally trying to get to person one. Say person one is your main squeeze, if you would, whether it be in a marriage or whether it be in a relationship. This is your main home base, right? And that other person that you're with, you're not getting all of them either, right? You know that part of them don't really want you. They may be in another relationship or they may like you, but not be in love with you to the point where they're trying to break everything up and get with you. Even if they are, let's just throw a monkey wrench in the situation. Even if it's a situation where they're talking in your ear and they're saying, leave this person, I'll be with you, blah, 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 right? Who is to say that when you really get with that person, that they have all of the characteristics that you're looking for or will suit you? Brothers and sisters, this is the bottom line and the truth of the matter. This is the truth of the matter. You are never, and I don't mean to bust your bubble because there's a lot of girls out there that's thinking they're going to get their knight in shining armors, but I'm telling you the truth. This is the truth of the matter. You are never, hear me, never, ever, ever going to get a perfect person, ever, because you're imperfect. And we all, as human beings, are imperfect. So you are never going to get that spouse that has every single characteristic that you're looking for in that perfect person. And you're not going to get that perfect person in the outside person that you're lusting after. You'll get a couple of characteristics that main squeeze won't have, huh? But you're not going to get that whole person. So psychologically, the devil makes you feel, hear me, that why don't you have both? Why don't you sneak around and have both? That's what he wants you to do. He wants you not to be committed in one relationship. He wants you to have both. He's trying to set that up, right? And the reason why the devil does not want you to be in a holy, sound, faithful, committed relationship, right? Is because he never was there either. He was never, even when he was in heaven, he was never told, man, you get me started. Now I'm going someplace. I said, I'm going someplace. Satan was never in a committed relationship with God, even though, he was in the midst of God Almighty himself. Now, I'm not talking about the relationship that Adam and Eve had in the cool of the day, communing with God. I'm talking about a closer relationship in heaven that we can never imagine yet. Satan was literally appointed and anointed initially, okay, as a high-ranking angel in heaven. God appointed and anointed him, and he decided to cheat. He decided, okay, to spiritually fornicate, if you would. And basically, what did he get? He got kicked out. You cannot have his way and God's way and straddle the fence. In your relationship, you cannot have both. The word of God says, you better choose. Choose me, choose life. You can't, straddle the fence. Either you're going to love, you can't serve two masters. Either you're going to love the one or hate, despise the other. In other words, hear me good. If you are in a relationship with the one person, right? Eventually, this is what's going to happen. I'm telling you what I know. Say like if you're in a marriage, right? And there's a lot of characteristics in your marriage that your spouse is irking you with. He's just getting on your nerves. She's getting on your nerves. It's just something about them that is just not fulfilling. They don't have exactly what you want them to have. But that person has exactly, and that's exactly how the devil does it. He formulates that other person with exactly, hear me, I'm telling you what I know, exactly the characteristics and everything that you're looking for with your own spouse. It's as if you can only take that person's personality and maybe their looks or the swagger or whatever it is that they encompass. If only you can just grab that and just throw it in your spouse so that your spouse could be having all of those characteristics. And then if your spouse has all of those characteristics, what? You're going to be in love with that. And then you can just go in the midst of your day and be happy. And the reason why, brothers and sisters, hear me. Oh, I'm going to get deep right now. The reason why that your spouse or your significant other does not have those characteristics, hear me, is because it's by design. Oh, man. Samantha, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You blowing my mind right now. Why didn't I see the signs before I got into this relationship? Why? Why didn't I hear this video? What are you talking about? Please break it down. Okay. Relax. The reason why your spouse, the relationship that you're in right now, does not have everything you're looking for is because you have to endure. Oh, man. See, that's it. Should I stop there? Is it over? No, it's not over. Spiritually now. The word of God says, those who endure to the end shall be saved, right? So there's a lot of spiritual things and experiences that you have to go through, right, in your life that you have not yet experienced. Trials and tribulations, tests, that sort of things, spiritual challenges, all of that. See, it's easy to hoop and holler and snot and everything in church and say, yeah, you love the Lord and love the Lord. But when you are at your breaking point, when you experience the mist of trials, that's when your true characteristics and what you was hooping and hollering about is really going to tell you who's a who and what's a what, right? That's when you truly are going to be tested in terms of your faith. So let's get back to relationship wise. I was going somewhere. The reason why that person doesn't have those characteristics yet is because they are not fully developed spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Your relationship, right, that you're in has to evolve. That person that you was with 10 years ago, right, is not that same person that you're with now. That person evolved. That person grew. Maybe that person doesn't do what he used or she used to do. That person's now maturing. Spiritually, naturally, their characteristics, their personality is growing and changing. Give it time. See, we want that Hollywood stuff. We want that pretty woman stuff, right? Oh, my knight in shining armor. He has everything I need. No. A lot of you out there want that. What is that movie that he paid him $1 million to sleep with the woman? Indecent Proposal. You guys are too Hollywood with it. You guys want that fantasy crap. But the down home good relationships, right, that stand the test of time. That's where God resides. God wants you to endure. God is building your character in that relationship, but you don't want to wait. You want that microwave, reality show type. I got the, car overnight and I got the house overnight. You don't want to endure nothing. You don't want to eat ramen noodles. You don't want to, go in the hood and have nothing and come from nothing and build together with something. You want it all. But I'm telling you the truth. The best diamond in the rough relationships out there have to be tried in the fire. The diamond in the rough relationships, brothers and sisters, even sometimes have to talk about these situations. You may be in a marriage right now, hear me, and you're honestly, literally in love with someone else. But you're in a relationship, you're in a marriage. I'm telling you to look at that situation for what it really is. And sometimes, brothers and sisters, it's a downright setup from the devil. The devil is jealous of your marriage. The devil is jealous of your relationship and literally is trying to give you options from hell. He's literally waiting to give you another option. He wants you to eat of the fruit of the death train, if you would. And if you take it, you won't make it. Can it happen? Yes, it can happen. You could be literally, mentally, emotionally, psychologically in lust with something else. But I'm telling you what I know. Demonic spirits will follow you. Thereafter, you will not get any peace. Because God has not designed you. If God wanted you to be tossed to and from, worked like a freight train, physically, emotionally, psychologically, in relationship after relationship. Listen, if God designed you that way, then he would not have Adam and Eve in the garden. He'd have Adam, Eve, Annette, Anna, and whoever else for Adam. But he knew that Adam and Eve, those two people, one in one, literally had to deal with each other. Outside of Satan. Eventually, they had to develop and deal with each other. You ask yourself, why was it that somehow Eve went away from Adam at that time? Why is it? Why do you think that is? What was her disposition? What was her mental, emotional state? Whereas she somehow, some way found herself away from Adam and in the arms emotionally with the enemy of her soul. It obviously denotes, or it obviously says, that there was something inside of her that was longing for something else. And maybe, just maybe, that something else had to deal with something that Adam was lacking. And if there was something that Adam was lacking in her eyes, right? Maybe she should have talked to him and communicated with Adam about it. Maybe, just maybe, you need to talk and communicate and be 100% real with the one that you're laying with and the one that you are trying to be with long term. But you don't want to wait. You want to be secretive. You want to literally have both. You're caught up. You're swept away. This person is fine. This person has swagger. This person has exactly what you are longing for. Why, oh, why couldn't my husband or my wife have this? Why, oh, why could my husband or my wife or my fiance or my significant other, why couldn't they have these characteristics or this look? She's got long hair. She's got long natural hair, and it's hers. Or she wears this or that, or she got a banging body. Her body's all that. Skin is on fleek. Eyebrows on deck. Whatever it is physically that you're looking for out there, this other person compensates for it. And you want what? Both. This person is hollering at you in some way, shape, or form. They make you laugh. They make you feel young again. They make you feel like a woman or a man. They're stroking your ego. They're doing everything that the devil has designed that person to do, and you're taking the bait. Brothers and sisters, don't take the bait. Instead of Eve saying, Adam, I'm getting a little sidetracked. I'm hearing this guy whisper in my ear. I don't know what's going on. Talk to me, Adam. Talk to me. Facilitate the need. Protect me. Help me. No, she was prideful in her own eyes. And she said, you know what? I'm going to make a beeline and I'm going to holler at you. And Adam, I'm going to check you out later. So automatically, she has the spirits following her. And those spirits that are following her will follow you eventually, brothers and sisters. You better hear this. If you are entangled or subsequently attracted to someone else, you better listen to the demons that will be following you. The spirit of covetousness. The spirit of covetousness. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but basically what it means is that you're coveting something that doesn't belong to you, right? You want, or you are systematically attracted to something that doesn't belong to you or God didn't design you to have. Some people covet people who are rich or houses or what they have. God says don't covet your neighbor's wife or your neighbor's this and that. Look it up, look it up. It's the truth, it's the truth, it's the truth. Because the demons will be following you. You would have the spirit of greed following you. You would have the spirit of jealousy and envy and lust and maybe fornication and adultery and rage, spirit of murder and lust. I mean, I'm telling you, the whole shebang. The whole shebang. When Adam and Eve opened up that quote unquote Pandora's box and thinking that they can have more, right? They not only had what they had, which was each other, but spiritually, naturally, fundamentally, psychologically, they also took on the DNA spiritually of the devil. Oh, man. Should I stop? You're taking on all of the spiritual attributes of the enemy. So if the enemy is a liar, you're going to have those spiritual characteristics as well. All of those spiritual characteristics of the devil, being that they spiritually partaken of the fruit, if you would, the fruits thereof, right? Like God has the fruits of the spirits of love and long suffering and meekness and gentleness and all of that, right? They took the spiritual characteristics and the fruit, the tangible fruit and the spiritual fruit of their father, the devil. So I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, this is deep, man. This is deep, y'all. This is just not okay. Listen, there's a lot of people who are doing it right now. Okay, you say, Samantha, you getting prideful. Listen, I'm sensing somebody out there that's really prideful, that's listening to this message. And I'm about to check you real quick. And you say, Samantha, what is you talking about? I'm in a happily married relationship. You know what I'm saying? That ain't me. This message ain't for me. I'm good. I got my boo. I'm good. We good. Really? So, but you the same one, hear me, that's watching movies and on the down low, you lusting after Will Smith. And you coveting after Denzel. Well, Denzel getting old now. You coveting after Tyrese. Or you feeling, this actor or that actor, or having dreams and incubus and succubus fantasies and rendezvous, if you would, of this person and that person. And you're not physically doing it, but you're psychologically doing it. You're emotionally doing it. You may not be physically doing it. Maybe, just maybe, this person or that person don't know your situation. But I'm telling you the truth. It is a similar situation in God's eyes. Brothers and sisters, I will leave scripture. God says if you even look upon a person, in God's eyes, you are committing adultery. It's a serious, brothers and sisters. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you and let you know that we all, and I will be praying upon that in my next video, we need to be cleansed for not only 2022, we need to be cleansed today, right now. We need to mentally, emotionally, psychologically wash our ear gates, our eye gates, everything we listen to. It is hard. Listen, I know it's hard, okay? It's hard to navigate in a satanic world. It's hard to navigate in a fallen world. I get it. You don't think I get tempted in this and this too? Who do you think I am? I'm human. I'm flesh and blood. I'm trying too. My husband is just not the only attractive man in the world. I do have a job. I do have people that are attractive there. Yes. Hello, somebody. But I have to realize that I have to have communication with my spouse. And one thing about being married is that if you are with a spouse who was ordained by God to be with you, they will sense something's just not up in the soup. They will sense you straying. They will sense you having a little bit of an interest in something else that's not them. Right? They will try to reel you back to reality in love as a human being and not judging you and beating you up and tying you up and saying you ain't going to work because somebody out there is cuter than me and I'm about to hold you hostage. There's a lot of people out there, brothers and sisters. I'm telling you the truth. There's a lot of people who are so scared of their spouse or their significant other being around the opposite sex that they would really rather them be home and be, daddy daycare. Oh, I'll let you be daddy daycare because I don't want you being around, the lady with the tight dress. And you letting your husband, that's another video. That's another video. I've been yapping, y'all. I hope you're getting something out of this video. I know I've been touching upon a lot of stuff, but the moral of the story is no, you cannot have it all because something's going to suffer. You're not made and built to have two people in your world, in your body, in your mind, in your soul at the same time because you're going to lust the other one and the other one is going to get the short end of the stick. All right. Somebody's going to be missing out in one shape, way, or form. The husband or the wife is going to be missing out. And then you're going to be with that person, the other person, but the other person can't give you what you need, all of it. They'll give you a snippet of those characteristics that you're looking for, but they won't give you the whole them. They won't. Because they realize, hey, if you're doing this to me, if I'm in a whole relationship with you, what's the sense that you won't do it again? So I'm saying this to say, brothers and sisters, be happy with who God brought you with and allowed you to be with. Some people don't have nobody. How about that? And you over here got a good man or a good woman. They're faithful. They're clean. Sexually, they're clean. Spiritually, they're clean. They may not have that much swag. They may have a little pot belly. Their skin may not be so great. Their breath may stink from time to time. But they're good people, yo. They're the ones. But you don't want to cultivate that. You want a fantasy. You see these videos and these movies. I'm about to wrap it up, y'all, soon. Trust me, it's more to come. I love y'all so much. You see these videos and you see these movies about people, just in passionate sexual scenes, and the man just pushes the woman across the room and just opens her legs, and it looks so erotic and arousal. I want that in my marriage. Just pull my hair and spank my butt. Do it. Can I get raw? Yes, I will. Because you're thinking about it. You want the fantasy and you want the experience. And you say, if only this person could do this and that and this and that. Well, you need to cultivate your relationship, brothers and sisters, and you need to communicate what you want and what you like to that person, as opposed to eating of the forbidden fruit. Because I'm telling you, the demons are ready to attack in your life. There won't be any peace. The grass is not greener on the other side. You got to cultivate that relationship, and it's going to take years. It's going to take time. My husband is not the same. I've been married to this amazing man, this patient man, this loving man, this faithful man. Okay? For almost 11 years next year, right? He is not the same man that I met 10 years ago, 5 years ago, probably not even a year ago. It takes time to develop in a relationship. It's not going to happen overnight. Calm down. You wasn't the same person you was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Calm down. Calm down. You just want instant gratification, instant gratification. You see these reality shows, you see these movies, and you want the same exact thing, not knowing that all of Hollywood is getting turned out, tossed to and from. It's cheaper to keep her. You ever heard that? Cheaper in a lot of ways. Not only financially, but spiritually and psychologically and emotionally. Brothers and sisters, you keep thinking the grass is green. Okay, well, I got somebody out there too. I'm hearing somebody in the background. I hear it. And I'm not a weirdo or witch. Get it right. It's just something in my spirit that's saying somebody out there is trying to push against the grain and saying, well, Samantha, what if that person just don't got it? Huh? What if that person just don't got no swag? Or what if that person's just not great in bed? Or what if that person, let me just keep it real and raw, just don't, make me excited anymore? Year after year, it's the same old. It's the same stale TV dinner, so to speak, that I'm tired of eating. Oh, okay. All right, listen. Let's keep it PG. What if it, I can't believe I said that. I think I'm going to keep that because a lot of people out there just want to hear it raw, and I'll give it to you. What if it's a situation, brothers and sisters, where you are literally frustrated in a relationship with that person and you're saying, listen, I want more, man. I deserve more. What if that's the situation? You feel like you got all the goods. You feel like you keeping yourself together and you got the personality and everything that another person can desire. So why is it that person is still stuck on stagnation? Why is the person that I'm with is just there year after year? And that's exactly what the devil is trying to tell you in your ear. just like a throbbing sound, like a bug or a bee in the summertime that just won't let you be. He's just getting at you. The devil, he's just getting at you and just setting the stage and the scene of opportunity. The world is your oasis, is what the devil says. But I'm telling you the truth of what I know. There are a lot of people out there that get divorced for a reason. And it's a lot of people out there that get divorced just for stupid situations. You know? And you have to assess the situation, because what's going to happen, brothers and sisters, is you're going to find yourself chasing your tail in a merry-go-round of life and not being fulfilled in the first place. There's a lot of people that get married to other people, 2, 3, 4, 6 divorces under their belt, still trying to find that whole person. And what Samantha is saying to you is this: human beings are designed to evolve. And if you don't have the patience and love is patient. You do know that. And if you don't have the love and the patience for that soul that you have in your life enough to cultivate, okay? What if it's a situation, brothers and sisters, just let's be real, honestly, where you're just not attracted to them anymore. You're not making the same money that you made 10 years ago, so that your circle of influence has changed, right? You're in different societies, or whatever the case is, hopefully not secret societies, but I'm saying circles. You're different circles of influence in people where they have different interests now. And, financially, you can go and do certain things that you hadn't done before, which means that caliber of influence in people in your life is going to change. But this person that you're with has not been growing. They're stuck on 20 years ago, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, maybe physically, who knows? And you are literally tired of it. So what do, Samantha? Do you stay stuck and stagnant, or do you try to invest in that relationship or in that marriage to cultivate that? Well, it depends on you, brothers and sisters. That's the bottom line. I can't say who you're supposed to love. I can't, say, okay, well, stay with this person, don't stay with this person. What I will say is this, that there's one thing that's not going to change, right? And that is your destiny. Your destiny is already written out. You may navigate this way or that way, or try this or that, but God already knows how the cookie is going to crumble. God already knows who you're going to be with, who you're designed to be with. Listen, that person that you think is not all of that may be just the right person that you need for your character, to humble you, to slow you down, or maybe bring you back to reality. And you're living in a different matrix, if you would, of reality, thinking that all that glitz and glamour and all that, listen, you can have a person, right, that you think is all of that. You're at work, this person is attractive, this person is making you laugh, this, that, and the third, right? And then in a relationship, if you drop what you have and get in a relationship, a real relationship with them, they probably be totally different. They probably get tired of you. The thrill is gone. See, they're only maintaining this facade with you because they can't have you, all of you. That's why. And so it seems, exciting, but they're not giving all of themselves to you. You're getting their crumbs. You are. You're getting their crumbs. A mirage of reality. You're getting their crumbs. And their crumbs, even though it's the crumbs that you think you need, that you think you want in your spouse, right? Those crumbs are operated and predicated by the devil, right? Because the devil is not going to give you something that's not attractive. The devil's not going to give you something that you don't want, right? The devil knows what you want. The devil knew what Eve wanted, right? The devil is not going to persuade Eve with something she's not in her heart wanting or longing for. So he has to make the scene attractive. So if the devil is having somebody near you at your work, wherever you frequent, at a gym, okay, at your car dealership, and you trying to buy a car, and you looking at the fine car dealership guy, and he's looking with the muscles popping out the suit, and dag, if only my blue-collared husband could wear a suit every now and again. And this guy, I think, is, and in your mind, you just setting the scene. In your mind, you just fantasizing about this guy doing you on a boat, or something stupid and crazy, like outlandish, like lustful, like all of a sudden, you just turn it on. You know what I mean? You there for business, huh? But the devil is whispering in your ear when you're trying to sign this paperwork. You thinking about undressing him right then and there. You don't think this stuff can happen? Wake up. This is reality. The devil wants your soul, brethren. Or it's a guy, you know what I'm saying? He's what? I don't know. Pumping gas. And then all of a sudden, a cute young girl with a small waist and pretty eyes, whatever the case is, and pretty face. Oh, did you need anything, sir? Can I help you with anything? And all of a sudden, I don't know how I can be coming up with this acting stuff. I don't know. Sometimes I listen to my videos and I crack up afterwards. I don't know if you guys, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but sometimes I'll be like, Samantha, you just over the top. And so she comes by. So she comes by and she's trying to get with your husband. You know what I'm saying? With the cutesy voice and the innocence. Everything that your husband wants you to have every now and again. Maybe wives, we need to be a little bit more tenderonies. You know what I mean? A little bit less hardcore with everything else. And, be a little feminine. You know what I'm saying? Men love that feminine stuff. Pour it on. Pour on the femininity. Hello. You guys are you ladies out there are too big. You're feminists. There's a lot of feminists out there, but not a lot of femininity. Is that a new video? Anyway, so she's pouring it on, hey, can I help you with anything? And he's looking, man, and he's thinking, man, she's hot. Maybe if my wife will talk cutesy like that, maybe I'll be able to be the man in my house that I need. I got a wife, she's doing a light bulb, she's changing the tires, she's got one kid on one, she's doing the checkbooks, and she does it all. She's just like, I just want her to be cutesy for a day. Oh, where am I going with this message? Brothers and sisters, have you gotten anything out of this message? I'm going to leave the comments open for this message. I think that we need to talk about this. I know a lot of people may be struggling in this area. Maybe you need prayer. So what's the $1 million question? I know you guys are going to ask me this. I'm going to be real and raw about it. And this is going to blow your mind. This will blow your mind. Samantha, have you been in an entangled situation? Have you been in love with two people at one time? Have you experienced this yourself? Who are you to make a video and not know anything about what I'm going through? That's the $1 million question. To be honest with you, and that's what I like to do, I've experienced situations. I'll just leave it at that. Have I slept with a married man? No. We'll keep it at that. But the devil tried to set the scene. I'll put it that way. The devil tried to set the scene with even me. So that just goes to show you, brothers and sisters, that nobody is above reproach. Sometimes we need to literally be prayed up and keeping our eyes to ourselves, our mouths to ourselves, Huh? And talk this out. I think if you have not gotten anything out of this video, hear me. I think that you need to talk this out with your family members. Let's have this a dialogue. Talk to your friend. Have you ever been entangled? Have you ever been in love with two people at one time? This is the problem. We're so secretive. We don't want to talk about what's on our heart and keep it real and raw and rugged. That's why we so tripped up and flipped up with the devil, because we don't want to be honest. We want to sneak and dive and duck and, try to get over on folk. And flim-flam and fake and scam and sham. No. Brothers and sisters, be real with one another. Yo, I'm going through this. I'm going through that. Emotionally. Do you know how, do you know how hard it is to live your life living double lives? Psychologically and mentally, it's a mind. I want to keep it PG. You know where I'm going. Okay? It's a lot on the mind to deal with. To know that you are, you know what I'm saying? Oh, man, some of you, can I get raw right now? I'm going to be raw and then I'm going to end it. I'm going to end this video. There's people out there who are literally in married relationships that are having sex with their spouses and thinking about the guy at work, or thinking about the woman in the bar, or thinking about that celebrity, or thinking about that old crush from 1999, or thinking about, can I get ugly? Can I get butt ugly? Can I get butt ugly right now? Okay. Or thinking about they fine cousin that they had a crush on years ago and hitting them up and trying to, psychologically. Ew, Samantha. No. I'm talking to that person out there who is doing it. See, listen, people who listen to my videos it's just so many different people. Y'all already know that. Y'all know I deal with a lot of different people who are spiritually on different levels. Okay? You might just be that person that I'm talking about. But see, now that it's exposed, the devil ain't got nothing on you. I want y'all to repeat this. The devil ain't got nothing on me. Huh? I said the devil, now that it's exposed, the devil ain't got nothing on me. So now that the devil ain't got nothing on you, it's your choice to deal with the situation, to stay, to go, to communicate with your spouse, to communicate with your person you're in a relationship with, and tell them the truth so that y'all can pray together and build together and work on different things and your characteristics together. Sometimes you need to literally talk to the Lord. We serious about doing the right thing spiritually. We don't want to go to hell. We don't want to burn. But there's something about me that's tugging my heart for this other person, Lord. Help me be clean. Help me think clean thoughts. Help me get the fantasy and the Holly weird and this and that out of my mind. I'm not living in the matrix. I'm living in reality. Help me get out of this fantasy world and really, really see what's going on. Let me pull the shade of reality and live a holy life. I don't want to hurt the person that I'm with. I love that person. But the devil is literally pulling on my emotions with this other person that may have the characteristics that I desire in my spouse. And I'm confused. Help me, God. Please. Please, God. This is what you need to do. You need to pull on heaven like you never pulled on heaven before, because your soul is at stake, brethren. I'm telling you, I needed to make this video before the air was out. I'm telling you. Listen, we're living in a society where, oh man, see, now I'm going somewhere. I'm going to wrap it up. I promise. I said I'm going to wrap it up like 20 times. When you have options, that's not always good. When you have too many options, and you have already the spirit of greed and complacency and covetousness, when you already have those spirits of jealousy and envy and anger, when you have those spirits already in your members and you haven't even dealt with those before you get into a relationship, before you get into a marriage, and you haven't even expelled those demons and dealt with you, when you got options and Benita and Pasuita and Shantita and whoever else that's hollering at you, oh, it's going to be hard for you. So before you ever decide to say I do or get in a relationship or marriage or entanglement, you better, hear me, I'm ending now. You better deal with the monsters within. Bless the true and living God.